Just a short time ago, the state wrapped up a joint hearing on the Employment Development Department.
You may remember the EDD paid out billions of dollars in fraudulent claims. On top of that, it was incredibly difficult for people to file legitimate unemployment claims.
Political reporter Morgan Reiner joins us now from the Capitol. Is the EDD making any progress on all of this?
Heather, the short answer is yes. The EDD has implemented 19 of the 21 recommendations that the state auditor's office gave them. The theme here today, though, is that there's still a lot more work that needs to be done to improve the department, but also to gain back the public's trust. The hearing started off today with Assembly member Republican Tom Lackey holding up a large pile of audits they had sent to the EDD on how to improve their system, to which he says the legislature had minimal responses. Democrats agreed. So what was their response and update today? During the pandemic, the EDD elevated claims for manual review, which takes a lot longer than electronic. So they put in an emergency processing tool. But the problem with that is that there was relaxed eligibility criteria, which led to fraud. They fixed that. But they still have a lot of work to do. For example, the EDD does not track why so many people call into the department instead of using the online tool. Is it not helpful? The EDD director said they are still working to try to get back the $20 billion worth in fraud they lost during the pandemic. They've gotten back about $1 billion, but there are international crime rings involved in this. And, a lot of people are saying that they're never going to see this money again. Now, something else that's interesting that was pointed out today, the EDD says they're planning on rebooting their online system entirely, something that could take a few years. Now, the question is, what happens if we enter into another recession in the next coming months? Well, the Legislative Analyst's Office says that if we did enter into another recession, the amount of claims that we will see is not near what we saw during the pandemic. Unprecedented claims. He said that we saw 20 million claims during the pandemic, compared that to the Great Recession, where he said we saw about 3.8 million.
Morgan, was there any public testimony? Was anybody able to stand up and let the investigators hear from them in all of this?
Heather, I don't know if it's because maybe people didn't know this hearing was going on, but only 2 people showed up. One woman says that she's been waiting for a while for her claims. Another woman says that her identity was stolen. Either way, the EDD spoke to them, took down their name, information, and they said they're going to look into it.
And Morgan, you mentioned crime rings were involved in some of that fraud. Is the EDD looking into any employees within the department who may have been complicit with any of that fraud?
They are. In fact, the director said that just recently they arrested one of their own for being involved in the fraudulent crimes. They said that he was arrested and sent to prison.
Hard to hear the numbers here when you hear at least $20 billion gone and at this point only $1 billion recovered. Morgan Reiner reporting live. Morgan, thanks.
Thanks, Morgan.